After closing the shadow gate, Sami thought his journey was finally over and the worlds had regained their stability. But this peace did not last long. Deep in his heart, he felt something strange, as if the shadow energy he had faced had left an imprint within his soul, waiting for the right moment to emerge. As Sami walked with his friends, the bird and the crystal tiger, in one of the worlds he helped save, they noticed inexplicable changes. The sky, which was blue, suddenly darkened, and the trees began to fade as if they were being sucked into an unknown void. The bird cautiously said, "Isn't this what happened before we closed the shadow gate?" The tiger, observing the horizon with its sharp eyes, replied, "Yes, but this time it's different. This energy is not just a shadow, it's something stronger and deeper." Sami was silent, feeling a strange connection to these phenomena. At that moment, the old guardian appeared again. He seemed tired and worried, as if what was happening was beyond his capabilities too. "Sami, you must prepare. The shadow you removed was just the beginning. There is an older and stronger force awakened due to the imbalance caused when opening and closing the shadow gate." Sami looked at the guardian in confusion and asked, "What do you mean? Didn't we close the gate? Didn't we save the worlds?" The guardian sighed and said, "Yes, you closed the gate, but the energy that leaked out awakened an entity known as the Eternal Shadow. It is not just an energy, it is a conscious entity that seeks to control all worlds and turn them into part of the shadow world." Sami and his friends had no choice but to face this new danger. The guardian led them to an ancient library hidden within a mountain, containing old scrolls that told of the Eternal Shadow and how to stop it. When Sami opened one of the scrolls, he found a terrifying description. The scroll read, "The Eternal Shadow cannot be killed or destroyed. It is part of the balance of worlds, but if it awakens, it will seek a pure soul to unite with and show its full power." The tiger said, "A pure soul? Sami, this means it might try to reach you." While reading the scrolls, Sami suddenly felt a severe headache. He fell to his knees and began to see strange visions. In these visions, he stood in a world full of darkness, and the Eternal Shadow appeared before him in a giant form, saying in a storm-like voice, "You are the key, Sami. We are now connected. The more you resist me, the stronger I become." Sami woke up from the vision, sweating. "I can't back down now. If this shadow seeks to reach me, I will face it directly." The scrolls guided them to a place known as the Heart of Darkness, where the Eternal Shadow hides. They had to cross 3 worlds known for their danger to get there. They had to cross a mysterious sea filled with wandering souls. These souls tried to drown them in painful memories to deter them from proceeding. Sami saw images from his past, moments of failure and weakness, but his friends helped him overcome them by focusing on their goal. In this forest, illusions surrounded them from all sides. With every step, a dark version of themselves appeared, trying to convince them to turn back. Sami faced his dark version, which said to him, "You are not strong enough. Everything you do will lead to failure. Why don't you give up?" But Sami replied firmly, "Even if I feel weak, I won't stop. True strength comes from persistence." This tower was filled with traps and riddles testing their intelligence and courage. They had to solve a series of puzzles to reach the top. Sami used his courage and teamwork with the bird and the tiger to overcome the obstacles. Finally, they arrived at the Heart of Darkness, where the Eternal Shadow awaited them. It was enormous, surrounded by whirlpools of dark energy, and its eyes glowed like fire. The shadow said in a majestic voice, "You have come here, but you will never leave. Sami, you and I will soon become one." A fierce battle ensued between Sami and his friends against the Eternal Shadow. The shadow used limitless energy, but it focused specifically on Sami, trying to manipulate his consciousness and bind him to it. The bird said, "Sami, don't let it enter your mind. You are stronger than that. Sami concentrated all his energy on the blue stone, which began to glow extraordinarily. He realized that the only way to defeat the eternal shadow was to use the balance energy he had gained from the absolute core. In a crucial moment, Sami realized that the eternal shadow could not be completely destroyed, but could be sealed within the heart of darkness forever. But he knew this would require a great sacrifice. Sami said to his friends, "You must return. I will seal the eternal shadow here, even if it means I must stay with it." The bird and the tiger refused, but Sami insisted. He used all his energy to close the heart of darkness and seal the eternal shadow inside. When everything calmed down, the bird and the tiger found themselves outside the heart of darkness. Sami had disappeared, but they knew he was not defeated. Instead, he became a new guardian of darkness, protecting the worlds from within. But deep inside the heart of darkness, Sami was facing new challenges, getting ready for another battle that might be the last. Stay tuned for the next part to know the fate of Sami and the next adventure.